Christmas has come and gone, and I got quite a few cool presents. I got a copy of Metroid 2 Samus Returns, this pretty cool shirt, and enough chocolate oranges to drive me into an early grave. However, now that it's the end of the year, I want to reflect on something that happened to me in 2017. You see, I saw a movie. It was called Your Name. I don't know what it was. It might have been the animation, might have been the characters, might have been the story, it might have been the music. But when I saw it, I knew. What do you mean this video isn't meant to be about your name? Don't you know it's all I talk about? Wait, I'm meant to be talking about that. If I must. Round about May of last year, I got an idea to list some of my favourite anime short films in a top 5 format. I wrote down my ideas in a .docs file, and that .docs file eventually became a WLMP file, and that WLMP file eventually became an MP4 file. I eventually uploaded that MP4 file to YouTube. I decided I kinda liked what I was doing, so I did it again. And again. And again. And do I really have to talk about this? I mean, everyone knows that my content is shit. Let's get something off the bat right away. Thank you! At the time I'm recording this video, I currently have 13 subscribers, which, believe me, is 13 more than I was expecting. And if you're not a subscriber, still, thank you! You've watched at least a minute and a half of a video you really shouldn't give a shit about. Originally, my plans for this video was to go over all of my previous videos and do a kind of behind the scenes thing on them, but then I thought, wallowing in my own narcissism will get me nowhere. But since it's New Year, I thought I'd make resolutions to you guys to improve my content in 2018. First thing I need to improve on is I need to do more research. For example, here I say, Madion you may know as he's going to work on the OST of some upcoming Sonic games. Now this is wrong because Madion was only being used to promote some Sonic related events, not actually work on any OSTs. In my anime ED video, I assume that this is Free Eternal Summer. Turns out it's just the original Free. Also, like I put the iDubbbz.
What are you, fucking gay?
There, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone. I mean, if you're gay, you don't necessarily like Free Eternal Summer, and if you like Free Eternal Summer, you're not necessarily gay, but let's face it, it does appeal to a very specific audience. And in my Soul Eater video, I say that Bravely Default came out in 2014. It didn't. It originally came out in 2012 and got released internationally in 2013. The second thing I need to work on is timing my production. Most of the videos I'm proud of were made shortly after me watching the subject matter of the video. For example, my Elfen Lied review was made 2 days after I finished watching the series. My Your Name vs. A Silent Voice video was made 5 days after I watched A Silent Voice. My ideal upload date is Sunday, so it means I should have a functional script by Friday. This has been true for most of my videos with one gaping exception, where I didn't have a functional script running until Saturday, which is why I think it's one of the worst videos I've made. My third resolution is that I should work on scripting, namely expanding my points a bit more. For example, in my Soul Eater video, I say, Boku no Hero Academia Season 2 is actually going pretty well. What I meant to say was that it's surprising it's doing so well because it's going up against Attack on Titan Season 2. The fact Boku no Hero Season 2 is good is surprise to no one. Also, in arguably the worst video I've made, this happens. It's pretty hype considering the anime is about a guy looking after his weird OCD neighbour, but then the ED would have to look like this. Oh god, it's just painful to watch. Originally, I meant to say his weird ADHD neighbour. Now, what's the moral of this story, kids? If the punchline is fidget spinner, it's just not funny. I should have also mentioned in my Your Lie in April video that Wataru did help out Kaori while she was in hospital, as it would have strengthened my point that he still loved her. Sometimes I think of jokes after I've made a script or if I've even posted a video. For example, after I made my Penguin City video, I thought of the following joke. I've got to credit Polygon Pictures for the originality they had when choosing the name for the series, because if they'd given the idea to me, I'd have just called it Boku no Pingu or Soul Eater Newt. Finally, I should focus on the actual production of a video. I've been told my voice is quite monotone, so I should probably use some breath control techniques to try and improve that, unlike my anime ED video where I just thought that putting the mic closer to my face would be a better idea. Now, not to say that the OP isn't good, I mean, it's one of my favourites both musically and visually, but this blew me away a bit, just like I blew way too hard into the microphone there. Also, I should try experimenting a bit with my narration. For example, in my last video, when I tried to impersonate Cube,
I could have easily used a pitch changer
instead of doing a cringy accent. I should also get back into the habit of including spoiler warnings at the beginning of my video instead of putting all the spoilers in the description, because some people don't instinctively go to the description when they start up a video. I should also go back through my videos once I'm done with them, because then it means I can notice any mistakes. For example, in my Soul Eater video, the music that's meant to come over the credits comes on late, so it just feels a bit awkward. So the video's over, and it's complete deathly silence. There it is. How has this video got 60 views again? If I stick to these resolutions, my content might possibly get better. Because I need a lot of things to happen in 2018. I need to watch Monogatari. I need to watch Steins Gate. I need to watch Psychopaths. I need to watch Tobacco Market. I need to watch Serial Experiment Lane. I need to watch Gurren Lagann. I need to watch Gintama. I need to get a PS4 to catch up on some good games. And most importantly, I need you to stay tuned to me. Things might get interesting.